I said I'm 99% sure he's going to be indicted because 99% of grand juries end in indictments.
I told you he was going. He had some problems coming.
I think he don't know. You pay those lawyers to know. Those lawyers know what he's going to beat, and those lawyers know what he ain't going to beat.
Did you hear the jaw-dropping news about Diddy? Word on the street is that he's about to face some serious heat, and it's not just the usual celebrity drama. Wack 100 claims that Diddy is snitching on his own crew to save himself from a life behind bars. Yes, you heard that right. With human trafficking allegations piling up and the feds closing in, Diddy might be spilling secrets about industry giants like Jay-Z and Clive Davis. Is this the end for the music mogul, or will he pull off a Houdini-like escape? Dive into the video for all the shocking details and the latest rumors that have everyone talking.
Man, I ain't gonna lie.
So what no one expected was the rapid unraveling of Diddy's empire, a fall from grace. That seemed almost scripted for a Hollywood thriller. Amid swirling rumors and mounting legal troubles, Sean Diddy Combs finds himself cornered by a barrage of allegations that threaten to strip away his decades-long reign in the entertainment industry.
That this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
As the story unfolds, Diddy's situation looks increasingly dire. The once untouchable icon, known for his lavish lifestyle and business acumen, now faces the grim prospect of a life sentence. Legal expert Niyama Rahmani likened his predicament to that of Jeffrey Epstein or R. Kelly, underscoring the severity of the charges. There's no possible plea that is going to get him off with a slap on the wrist, Rahmani commented, painting a bleak picture for Diddy's future. Interestingly enough, Diddy's troubles are compounded by a string of high-profile incidents and accusations. The raids on his Los Angeles and Miami homes by Homeland Security agents were more than just dramatic, they were a clear signal of the federal investigation's intensity. These operations were reportedly part of a human trafficking probe, a chilling accusation that links Diddy to a network of criminal activities spanning multiple jurisdictions.
I think industry talk, there's a lot of people who have worked for him. There's been stories around, which is, not necessarily.
No, not only should he have apologized to Cassie in that video, he should have apologized to all of the general public that he lied to.
As feds swarmed his residences, Diddy himself appeared dazed, his usual confident demeanor replaced by visible distress. One insider revealed he has a very questionable past that he's been able to control because of his power for a very long time. But it looks like someone is behind this, someone who really wants to destroy his brand and take him down. This leads us to the question, who could be orchestrating this takedown? Could it be a rival from within the music industry, or perhaps a disgruntled former associate seeking revenge?
Nah, I just see I see him one day that I know for a fact he'll be behind bars. So it don't matter what he do now.
The revelations didn't stop there. Around the same time, Brendan Paul, an alleged substance mule for Diddy, was arrested on suspicion of substance possession. This arrest adds another layer to the scandal, suggesting that Diddy's operations might have included illicit substance activities. With every new piece of information, the walls seem to be closing in on the once invincible music mogul.
The only way he will not go to prison for the time that they want to give him is if he start giving them something.
As the allegations pile up, the figure of Wack 100 looms large. His claim that Diddy is snitching to save himself has added fuel to the fire. According to Wack 100, Diddy's only chance to avoid a life sentence is to provide information on even bigger players in the industry. Names like Jay-Z and Clive Davis have been floated, raising eyebrows and sparking debates about the potential fallout. If Diddy were to turn on these powerful figures, it could trigger a seismic shift in the music industry, revealing the darker underbelly of an empire built on fame and fortune.
I think you're right, Puff, dude. He might need to get out of here.
It's
man. Over with. Did your thing.
You had a hell of a run.
That's it.
And you still have hundreds of millions of dollars.
In a shocking twist, old controversies have resurfaced, further tarnishing Diddy's image. Usher's recounting of his time at Diddy's Puffy Flavor Camp during his early teens, where he was exposed to dubious activities, has rekindled public outrage. Usher's admission of witnessing very curious things at the camp adds a sinister dimension to Diddy's already complicated narrative. What exactly happened at these infamous camps, and how deep does this scandal go? This situation is eerily reminiscent of Diddy's past brushes with the law. From the violent club incident in 1999 involving Jennifer Lopez to the champagne bottle assault on a record executive, Diddy has a history of skirting serious consequences. Yet, as a former NYPD detective noted, this looks to me like the tip of the iceberg. With the federal government's involvement, Diddy's ability to evade accountability might finally be reaching its limit.
No, nobody should be mad. He should enjoy himself, brother, before he go to jail.
What no one expected was the extent of the backlash from within the industry. Numerous insiders have remained conspicuously silent, likely distancing themselves from the tainted star. However, a veteran hip-hop executive remarked, "This is a major play. The feds don't do this unless they've got something on the man. Diddy is all about power." But this doesn't look good for him, the sentiment echoes across the industry, hinting at a shift in how Diddy is perceived by his peers. Adding to the intrigue is the role of informants. Speculation is rife that someone from Diddy's inner circle is cooperating with the authorities, feeding them crucial information. This betrayal from within might be the key to the federal investigation's momentum, as suggested by Derek Parker, the former NYPD detective. Someone's giving them sensitive information. Someone's cooperating, and it's probably someone close to him. Parker surmised, pointing to a deeper conspiracy at play.
They have people want to make up stuff, but they got people who was there that was witness and speaking about it.
This leads us to another burning question. Could Diddy be planning an escape? With his jet ready on the tarmac and reports of a potential getaway, it's not far-fetched to imagine the mogul fleeing the country to avoid prosecution. Such a move would be dramatic, but considering the gravity of the allegations, it might be Diddy's last resort. However, whether he chooses to fight or flee, his empire's foundation is undeniably shaken. In the midst of this turmoil, Diddy's personal relationships are under scrutiny. The lawsuit from his ex-girlfriend Cassie, which he settled for an undisclosed sum, was a catalyst for other victims to come forward. Cassie's accusations of physical abuse painted a harrowing picture of their relationship, suggesting a pattern of behavior that Diddy has vehemently denied. Yet, as more victims share their stories, the narrative becomes harder to dismiss as mere allegations.
Personally, I've never met Diddy a day in my life, but when you do wrong, it comes back on you, so none of us should be surprised.
The echoes of past controversies combined with new accusations create a perfect storm that threatens to engulf Diddy completely. His involvement in the infamous East Coast-West Coast rap rivalry, the unresolved passing of Shakur, and the recent arrest of Keefe, who implicated Diddy in Shakur's demise, all add layers to the unfolding drama. These connections paint a portrait of a man entangled in a web of violence, power, and betrayal. As viewers, we're left on the edge of our seats, wondering what the next chapter will bring. Will Diddy manage to outmaneuver the federal authorities, or is this truly the end of his reign? The stakes have never been higher, and the consequences could reshape the music industry as we know it. This leads us to the fan theory that Diddy has been snitching on the feds for a long time, but apparently the feds decided to push him even harder so that he would rat out someone big. Could it be that Diddy's alleged immunity from legal repercussions stems from a deeper, more sinister relationship with federal authorities? Candace Owens certainly seems to think so. Recently, she endorsed West's old conspiracy theory that Diddy is protected because of his connections with federal agencies. Owens took to social media to echo West's claims, pointing out that despite numerous allegations, Diddy has managed to avoid jail time.
I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
As if to add fuel to the fire, a disturbing surveillance video from 2016 has resurfaced, seemingly corroborating Cassie Ventura's allegations against Diddy. The footage shows the mogul assaulting Cassie in a hotel hallway, an incident that Cassie claims Diddy paid $50,000 to cover up.
Combs is seen shoving, kicking, and dragging his then-girlfriend down the hallway. And now he's posted an apology on Instagram.
This leads to an unsettling question: how much more has been hidden from the public eye? Interestingly enough, Eddie Griffin has his own take on the situation. The comedian speculates that the federal raids on Diddy's properties were not just about the human trafficking allegations, but also about finding incriminating evidence on other powerful figures. Griffin's theory suggests that Diddy's homes might have housed tapes or documents that could bring down high-profile individuals, prompting the authorities to act with such urgency.
And that's why they raiding the house, because they got friends in Homeland Security and the feds, and they said, get in there and get them tapes from this trying to blackmail us.
Joe Rogan and Andrew Schultz discussed a similar theory on Rogan's podcast, suggesting that the raids were orchestrated by those in power to protect themselves from exposure. Schultz hinted that Diddy's extensive connections with influential people might be the very reason for the intensified scrutiny.
Of course, there's layers upon layers. When you get into these conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers.
Could it be that the feds are now leveraging Diddy to expose a larger network of corruption and crime? As the drama unfolds, one cannot ignore the implications of Kanye West's bold statements. West, who has never shied away from controversy, once accused Diddy of being a federal asset during a heated exchange on Instagram. His claims were initially dismissed as far-fetched, but with each new revelation, they gain a semblance of credibility. Was West onto something when he called out Diddy's supposed deal with federal authorities? Fan opinions on the Diddy saga have been as explosive as the revelations themselves. One comment captures the mounting anxiety. I have been saying this since that Cassie video dropped. If I were on Puff's team, I would have sat him down and told him his run is over, and he needs to get out of Dodge. This is the part of the gangster movie where everyone gets pinched, Goodfellas Casino. This sentiment echoes the dramatic comparisons fans are making, likening Diddy's downfall to the climactic scenes of classic mob films. It's a reflection of how deep and pervasive the alleged crimes are perceived to be, suggesting that many believe Diddy's reign is truly coming to an end. Another fan adds a layer of skepticism. They've been had a grand jury hearing. What's taking so long? That's because they don't have nothing. This comment highlights a faction of the audience who doubt the strength of the case against Diddy. So, what do you think? Is Diddy's downfall truly imminent, or is this just another chapter in his saga of escaping unscathed? Could his alleged connections with federal authorities be his saving grace, or is there a bigger conspiracy at play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay tuned and keep the conversation going.